Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're all good. Let's get into the video. We will be reacting to this video here, Mr. kingsaidso, the channel on YouTube. Ladies and gentlemen, you know him. I think if you are on YouTube, you know him. So he's going to react to this video over here, Mr. Malatji. I think this was before. Actually, it was what? This was when the Mr. Malatji was addressing the press conference, right? Okay, let's get into it. Hope you enjoy.
First, agree that national convention was a tea party of friends. The president was misled, invited to a tea party of friends who meet each other over tea and consolidate each other into a delegation. What informs that? Civil organizations that have got constituencies were not there. Political youth organizations that have got constituencies were not there. Political parties, because how do we test that we've got support? We test through what you supported for. I'm saying if the Youth League is not there, whether it's EFFD, all of these parties, civil organizations that were knowing them are not there, even the foundations that represent integrity were not there. Now, obviously, it was clear that it was a platform created by opportunists to try that for the past 30 years, the ANC has done nothing for South Africans. It was a right-winger platform, anti-democracy, set up, programmed by people who are obsessed about taking the progressive out of power. That's how we've classified that thing. That's why we're saying that it must be corrected. The real national dialogue must be convened with the right.
Peace and Pan-Africanism to all my African brothers and sisters from all around the world. Welcome back to kingsaidso. I'm your host, Kagiso Shongwane, who is in Chiva Sono. And we're back at it again with another one. And this time we're talking about this day 2 of the NGC that is happening actually here in Kimberley. Not literally a stone throw from where I stay and where I work. Just literally. It's less than 5-minute walk where I stay to where the venue is. And I've got some friends and who are coming from Mpumalanga, where I'm from, who are here in Kimberley, and I've spoken to them about their experience about Kimberley. They actually love Kimberley. They've enjoyed their time here, and the focus is not on the event itself. I don't know what the youth is doing. They are busy around the towns, walking around, doing their things. I was gonna cover it, but I'm like, hey, ANC events, man, it's not going to end well for me. So I'm like, let me just stay at home because I don't have a lot of good things to say about the ANC, and I'm a person that cannot pretend. I cannot then when I see Collen and say, hi Collen, how are you? I just wanted to say thank you so much for coming to kingsaidso, giving us this opportunity. No. I'll tell Collen to his face that I think that he's a coward. That's the type of person I am. Now, Collen Malatji rightfully diagnosed what the national dialogue is. He calls it the national convention, but it's the national dialogue. He perfectly diagnosed it. And if you've been watching kingsaidso for the past, I think this year, Collen Malatji, I've played a lot of clips of him. Ntate Malatji has been on the right path. On the right path. This year, Collen Malatji has been, especially with the jazz hours that the ANC had, he's been saying the right things. I don't like Collen, but I could not find anything wrong that Collen Malatji said in the past 3 to 4 or 5 months. I couldn't find everything that he was saying was spot on. Up until he rightfully diagnosed the issue of the national dialogue. One thing I agree with him more than anything that he said there on the national dialogue, because I think the ANC Youth League was heard that they are not forming part of the national dialogue. They were not invited as VIPs, as part of the biggest party in the government of national confusion to be there and rule this thing, probably get a piece from that 400 and something million that it will be spent. One thing I agree with Collen Malatji, more than anything about what he said in that diagnosis, is that the national convention, what we call the national dialogue, was there to seek to show that the ANC has done nothing in the past 30 years. I mean, what do you expect when you open a mic to the public? The public are not happy about the ANC. So it was going to be a slaughterhouse for the ANC. They were going to slaughter them. I remember we did day 1 of the national dialogue, and it was crazy. The national the day 1 was there to draw up the road plan of how the dialogue is going to take place in South Africa and everything. But the people, they wanted to debate from that day. They said, hey, this is a dialogue, you're not going to talk over us. You remember Ntate Tau Tau, the Grandmaster Tau Tau, and all of this. So for me, it was like, ANC, what are you trying to do? And we were all angry when the president said we must ask questions of why is it that the life of the black child is worse than the life of the white child. We're like, if the president is going to ask those questions, he wants us to ask those questions, then this is pure nonsense. So that's why I stood up and I agreed with Collen Malatji for the past 5 months, like I said. He's been spot on. And I think it's because he wants to do another term in the ANC Youth League. He still qualifies in terms of age. I think it's 32 or something like that. He still qualifies to be elected. He will be over 35 after the term ends. But as long as the term gets you in the Youth League age, you qualify to run. So that's where I said, okay, he's saying the right things. Maybe he's looking for a position or he's looking for another term or something. I don't know. But Collen Malatji is saying the right things. After a short while, I think a week or two after releasing that statement about his diagnosis of the National Dialogue, calling it a Tea Party, the ANC was not happy about it. They talked to the Youth League that you guys cannot form part of the people that attack the ANC. Withdraw your comments and apologize. The ANC Youth League cowardly did that. I was so disappointed. Like, how do you apologize for saying the right thing? How do you apologize for saying the right thing? The National Dialogue will cripple the ANC's image. It's true. And that is why some of us cannot be in political parties because of this democratic centralism rubbish. Some of us, when something is wrong, we will not stand up and say, I know this thing is wrong, but my political party says it's right, so I'm going to pretend as if this thing is right. I can't do that. I can't do that in a family meeting. I can't do that at home. I'm not going to pretend to save other people's feelings when I see clear in black and white, this is wrong and this is right. So some of us, the leaders will just say, King Kulmagakul, or King thinks it's better or something, because it's wrong. Okay, this is in Nkandla. I'm not going to defend Nkandla. When you see this thing is Palapal, I'm not going to defend Palapal. I'm not going to be that leader that when my black political party that is a liberation movement is working with the Democratic Alliance, I come out and defend the move and say no, it is what does Fikile Mbalula call it, a tactical maneuver.
I agree with Mr. kingsaidso when it comes to when you are in a party and then in that party the party do something wrong, or they do something that is just out of line, like you can see clearly, like you can see this is a mess they have done, it's a mess, okay? And then you are going to sit there and be like, yeah, no, this thing, it was, and then you try to justify it and you try to defend it and you can see clearly this is wrong, this was wrong, but you still defend it. I am very sorry. I will never, ever take you serious. I never, guys. I'm very sorry. I caught you, like, let's say we catches you, we caught you holding a gun after shooting a person. Like, after shooting that person, we caught you right-handed. Right there, we caught you. And then we're telling you to say, no, we caught him like right-handed. There are pictures, there is a video. We saw him there. He was there after shooting. And then you say, no, this guy, I think there's a problem, with him. And it doesn't matter. But the fact is, he did it. You see? So a person who defends that, for me, I don't take them very serious. And I know you'll say to me, but there are lawyers, there are lawyers that are defending, whatever. That is because people, they've got rights, okay? Even the lawyers, even if when they're defending a person, they know that actually the person has done wrong. All right? They are defending because that person has rights. They are not defending because they think is right. No, they're defending because that person has to exercise his right. And maybe he was asked to say, please, can you represent me? And you are a firm that represents people who have committed maybe crime. Maybe they want you to defend them. But I can tell you, any person who defends in politics, in the context of politics, any person who defends anything wrong, I will never take that person serious. I don't care how advocate you are. I don't care how beautiful you look. I don't care how crowd you pull. If you are going to defend nonsense, I'm very sorry. I will never take you serious.
I'm going to be that person that is going to support it. Never. So it was a coward move for the ANC Youth League to apologize. it broke trust between me and them. I was like, now I can't trust what you guys are saying anymore. You say one thing, next 2 days you come and apologize. Why are you doing that? But now they've come out and said, no, actually, we don't apologize. The NGCA has had a resolution that we should not apologize. We are retrieving our apology. I was like, yo.
Also, SG, I forgot one last briefing. The ANC LGC requested the Youth League to withdraw the apology of Tea Party. They are saying that it's a Tea Party. Now, next time I speak, it's no longer my resolution, it's a resolution of the NGC. Now, the apology is withdrawn.
You know?
Yeah, I agree with kingsaidso. That was something else, man. That was something else. You know, the thing is, guys, I don't understand what is going on. Like when you make a comment like that, when you make a comment and you say it's a Tea Party, blah, 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 right? According to me, or from where I am sitting, I would have thought that maybe when you speak like that as a leader of that organization, or Youth League, not the ANC as a whole, Youth League, like when you speak like that, according to me, I think you are representing everyone, right? I think before you even do the apology, let me say that, until you, before you do the apology thing, you should be like talking to your guys to say, because you are all in, you've got phones, you've got WhatsApp, you know, you WhatsApp them, guys, I said this, the ANC say I must apologize, what do you think? Or you can make a very quick meeting and then you say, please guys, what do we do? Immediately, they asked us to apologize. What do we do? No, we don't apologize. Because I believe that when you say the comment, in the first place, it would have been the position of the Youth League when you say the comment. Now you say the comment, and then after that they say apologize, then you apologize, and then you come back and then you say, no, our apology because we have sat down. I thought that was supposed to be done even before the apology. That's why sometimes I think, guys, people, they make themselves look so bad because of the decisions sometimes they make. Let me repeat that point. Maybe you don't understand me. I don't understand that you come in a platform as a leader of an organization, Youth League in this context. You say that a dialogue was a conventional, what dialogue was a tea party of friends, right? According to me, I would have thought that that point that you made, that claim that you made, it's actually a stand of that NGC or of the committee of the Youth League. I would have thought that. Okay, because I think maybe it could have been something that we spoke about. Unless people, when they speak in front, they just speak their minds, they just speak their feelings. They don't speak what actually, you know. And then after you say the comment, when the ANC asks you to apologize, you sit down or you talk through WhatsApp, whatever it is, discussing on whether you should apologize or not. And then if you should apologize, then you say the NGC or the committee or the Youth League as a whole, we have agreed that we will apologize, right? And then you don't withdraw that apology at any time because it's something that we have agreed. Then you go to a NGC. Then you decide to say, we are withdrawing the T what. You could have done that even before the apology. Then you come back. That's why some people, they will look at you as cowards. Just like Mr. Kingsaidso. That's why some people, they will look at you as a flip-flopper. People like to use the flip-flopper. You are a flip-flopper. You are a coward. You are scared. Now you come back and say, no. The question is, when you made the comment, didn't represent that whatever that you guys were talking about. In other words, you guys, you decided to talk about this thing of Tea Party. You sat down and you talked about it. And then you decided to withdraw. Listen, guys, that is why I said in my other videos, this Youth League thing, the ANC, they must make sure that they lead these guys and they make sure that they direct. And I don't know how are they going to do it, because I'm very sorry, but they seem like they are, they are not taking anything from the ANC. That's why we say, you take care of something while it's still small, it's still young. Don't deal with something when it's already there, up there, and then you want to bring them down into order. You won't be able to do that. Discipline them when they are still young. You know, that is why I'm saying, like, it doesn't make any sense to me. Now we are withdrawing. We are telling the SG. Now we are withdrawing our what. And after the SG has spoken, that's my problem. Why didn't you say it before he spoke? Why didn't he say it before he spoke? He should have said it before he spoke, and let's see what Mr. Mbalola was going to say. Maybe the reason why they were booing is because of that. It's because of, maybe that's the reason, even if it's for the the elections that happened, but it might be also that thing. To say, hi, we are seeing Geni Abombalul. We are withdrawing this thing, and then people, when they came in, and then they came in with an attitude of saying, yeah, keep party. Then people, they started booing. Then Malima didn't take it very nice. But anyway.
Collen Malatji, as the president of the ANC Youth League, is close to the fire. So he understands the repercussions of going against the mother body. He understands. If you listen to what Fikile Mbalula said, subtly, he's threatening the dissolvement of this ANC Youth League. He's saying, he's not saying it with those words, but he's threatening it. If you understand how to read between the lines, I'll address Fikile Mbalula later today. Because he says, I run the ANC. Woo! Pride, Fikile, pride. Once you are in an organization, the I dies. The I dies. Aksana, I run this organization. I will not be Fikile, we'll come to you. Don't worry, Fikile. So I think Collen Malatji, knowing how hot it is up there in the Little House.
So really big smiles here. I just walked past this gentleman and I thought we should have a quick chat. What's your name, sir?
Tyson.
I think that's why he agreed to apologize. For peace sake. It's an apology. If you say, if you call someone, hey, you're shit in parliament, and they say, no, withdraw that your shit is not parliamentary. And you say, okay, okay, speaker, I withdraw your shit. You understand? You're just doing it for peace sake, but everybody can hear with the tone of your voice that you are not really apologizing. So Collen, knowing what is going on at the top, he decided, man, let me just apologize because I'm facing Fikile every day here in Lituli. So let me just, do my thing, apologize so that we can have a working relationship. The comrades who are on the NGC, they don't know how hot the kitchen is up there. So they're telling him, hey, chief, we as the NGC, we have a resolution of saying we don't want you to apologize for that thing. Go and withdraw on our apology. They are on the ground. They are on the branches. They are there. They are far from the house.
Yeah, do you see why I'm saying, like, it should have been like it should be like an interaction every time, When there is a press conference, guys, I believe that when whatever that they are going to say there, before the press conference, they do talk about what they are going to talk about. And also after the press conference, they do talk about, I don't know if they do, but I would expect that after the press conference, they can look at the things that they have said, and then they can talk about them. It can be a meeting on WhatsApp or whatever it is, so that they can be able to get the position, even so that when these things come and then the NC says apologize, already they know the position to say, now we're not apologizing. Or Mr. Malatji, if he was talking there, and maybe from his mind, or maybe from whatever, maybe he was thinking, from his personal views, I would have actually thought and say, if I was me, Mr. Malatji, I would go back to my leaders, the ones that I lead with in the Youth League, which is the NGC. Then I just ask them, tell me, guys, do you think when I said the T thing, do you think it's right? Do you think that if the NC attack us and say maybe we should apologize, should we apologize? That's what I would do if I said those type of words. And then I will actually know exactly what they say. If they say no, we are not apologizing, we would have done it there. Unless Mr. Malatji, when he goes to the Lutuli house on Mondays or anything like that, maybe he just goes there as Mr. Malatji, and then maybe when they ask him there in that Lutuli house, okay, sir, we've heard that what you have said about Mr. Ramaphosa, we would like to ask you to apologize there and there, because they haven't talked about it in the Youth League. Then maybe he just decides then say, okay, we apologize. You see? That is why I'm saying, guys, interaction and communication for me, I think is a very important thing. You hold a press conference. Before the press conference, you talk about what you're going to talk about, which one is I would expect. After the press conference, the things that you said, you need to look at them as a leader, especially if you are a president or whatever. You need to look at that. Okay, I've said this. I think when I said it's a tea party, I don't know. You know, I am definitely sure my personal views. I know that I can stand with it, but I don't know about the NGC. Let me call them. Or let me have a meeting with them, 1 or 2, 3, and then, you know, and then we talk about it. And then they can tell me, nah, it's fine, don't, it's fine. Okay, guys, what if they ask me to withdraw? What must I do? Don't withdraw. Then you know. But anyway, that's just my view, okay?
They don't get to see the leadership of the ANC every Monday when there's meetings. You understand what I'm saying? So now he comes out in a coward way. And Collen Malatji, I know you watch kingsaidso. I think you are a coward in the way you presented this withdrawal of the apology. I'm sorry, brother, but I think you did it in a cowardly manner, because you are saying the ANC has resorted to withdraw the apology. Okay, fine, that's fine. You said, the NGC, excuse me. He says the apology of calling it a tea party. You say, next time I speak, this is why I say you are a coward. You say, next time I speak, it is no longer my resolution, but it is a resolution of the NGC. You know why he's saying that? Because in the future he wants to say, but I was pressed to a corner by the comrades, so I had to speak the resolution of the comrades. As the ANC Youth League leader, I would have expected you to say, if the mother body is not happy, they must come to me as the leader of this group. I must be punished. Don't punish these people. I am saying that thing is a tea party, as per the resolution of the NGC. Don't remove yourself from the statement and say, hey, next time if I say it's a tea party, please just know it's not me who's saying it, it's the NGC. You are saying it out of your mouth. You must be held accountable for everything you say out of your mouth. Never.
Yeah, I'm so hype, they so hype, got that hype.
Angazi ukuthi nangitolerate or maybe nizongithola later. Abanye ni slow nizongithola later.
Well, let me say, I don't know, I really don't know. Okay, I really don't know. That's why I'm asking. I'm not saying I know. I'm not saying that he could have done this, he should have done that, Mr. Malatji, whatever. But I really don't. That's why I was asking whether when they speak in a press conference, when they speak there, oh guys, this is very important. Guys, you guys will don't understand. I can tell you anything that you say in public, it can either destroy you or it can build you or it can make you to go up. Okay? And I'm not saying people should not say things but my thing is when they go to press conferences and they speak, do they agree on what they are going to say? Obviously, when people are asking questions like the media, you don't expect, all right? You don't expect what they would actually ask. But I am definitely sure, as a leader and as a group that leads the Youth League, you are smart guys, and I believe that you are still young. Your minds are still fresh. You can be able to detect and say, this question it might be asked about the dialogue. What are we going to say? Okay? And unless maybe when you go to the press conference, everyone who responds in the press conference, they respond the way they want. Personal views to say, me as Malatji, I see that dialogue thing as a tea party. But he said, we see that thing as a tea party. That was just the Ramaphosa. Unless maybe I'm wrong when he was speaking from his personal views or from the NGC or from the committee that runs the Youth League position. I don't know. All right? That is why, guys, I will always say for me, if you are a leader, it's very important for you to say, this is my opinion, or in my view, in my personal view. And you make it clear that I'm not saying I'm saying this thing because my committee is saying that. No, I'm saying my view. I think that was just a Ramaphosa, tea party with friends. That's what I would actually. If he said that, I would have accepted to say, okay, this is your opinion, my guy. And if they go, and also when they would ask when they will ask him to apologize, it would not say, the letter to the Youth League, it would not say that we are asking that the NGC, or we are asking that the committee, or the the leadership of the Youth League, we're asking them to apologize. They would actually be specific and straight and say, Mr. Malatji, as the president of the Youth League, we would ask you to apologize for these remarks. That means it will be Mr. Malatji alone apologizing. But unfortunately, it seems like when he was speaking, he was just, that's why, guys, it's very important to make things very clear, because any person can interpret things in any way. Okay? Now, I don't know if when he, because, now when he responds to Mr. No, not respond. When he tells Mr. Mbaluli, says, the NGC says that we are withdrawing, they are withdrawing, okay, the apology, which according to me, then it tells me one thing. It tells me that whatever comments he made, it means that it was representing, or it was a stand of the NGC from the beginning. It was not a personal view, okay? Because if it was a personal view, according to me, the letter to the Youth League, it was going to be directly to Mr. Malatji. But it seems like this was just what the NGC was standing for. I don't know whether that is, unless maybe they love Mr. Malatji too much that when he makes personal views, they will take them and make them theirs. Then I will understand it, okay? I would understand it. All right. Anyway,
keep on watching. I'll explain a little bit more. No matter, that thing in Sparta, we say that thing of saying don't kill the messenger doesn't work. You are held reliable for every mouth that flies, for every word that flies out of your mouth. Don't say they send me. Somebody cannot send you to come and tell me my masepoos and say, hey, King, they say my masepoos. You are getting the beating first. And you will send the message to whoever sends you that, hey, that guy beat me up for this message. So it cannot be that the president of the Youth League wants to separate himself from the decision of the NGC. Never. You cannot separate yourself. You cannot. So the way he was, if he said, let me put it in this way, if he said, we as the NGC call this national convention the Tea Party. We us. Not next time when I speak, it is not I who's brought this resolution. It is them, the NGC, not me. You understand? He's trying to distance himself. I'm not sure if you guys understand what I'm saying. I think I've explained it enough. So I think because of that, Collen Malatji is a coward. I'll play his speech. He spoke well. Day one, he spoke well. He spoke well again, Collen Malatji. He's speaking well, man. I really, I can break down his speech word for word for you guys. If you want a breakdown, go in the comment section and type breakdown. Or otherwise, I'll post the whole speech for you guys. Collen Malatji speaks well. But in the ANC, speaking and doing is two different things. And what the ANC Youth League wants is not what the ANC Youth League gets from the motherboard. Remember, Collen Malatji shut them down with one sentence. He said, stop telling us what you want in the ANC. Go and win your campuses. And if you look at what the campuses are happening, MK is winning, the EFF is winning. So if you cannot win campuses, then why are you making noise here saying you want, I think they wanted 50% youth representatives in parliament and in positions and whatever. So in government.
To Mr. Malatji, I've listened to Mr. Malatji and some of the speeches I posted here in my channel. Now, I think Mr. Malatji, when it comes to I think he's one of those guys who are aggressive. He is aggressive, and I don't know how to view him. When he says things, of course, he says the right things, especially when it comes to issues that represent young people. For example, leadership in the ANC. He has always said that these old guys, old generation, they must just move out. Okay, and let's just allow young people to take over, which I think there is no young person who is not supporting that. Those are good points. He has spoken about the economy in our lifetime and everything like that and all of that, right? I think I can agree, and I agree with Mr. Kingsaidso when he says that Mr. Malatji, when he's been speaking in his speeches and everything, I think he's been on point. You know, he has been representing, you know, a lot of young people when it comes to young people issues. And I mean, guys, when it comes to leadership, I don't know about these other issues, but leadership in particular, to say we need young people in the leadership space. I've always said it, guys. I don't care how old or how the old generation, or the, I don't know what to call them, the old generation like think about this. I'm very sorry, but I am under the impression that for you to prepare for the future, let me say that again, for you to prepare for the future, you need to take people who are going to be in the future and put them, whether you do it piece by piece, but don't do it so much pieces. Like I heard Mr. Vifikile Mbalula saying that they've got 2 persons there at the top. I think it's the other one. I think it's secret. I don't know where they are, but it's only 2. Which for me, I think, guys, I'm very sorry, but I don't like that. I want young people to be there. All right. People who are an old generation, they can be somewhere, guys, to guide. They can be somewhere to guide. People like Miss Pando, Naledi Pando, that's what they are thinking. You can't be like sitting in places and you are closing the doors for young people to come there. Mrs. Pando, he was like, you know what? She was like, you know what? Let me be just, you know, just retire and be out there, and then I will do the work in the background, and I will just groom these guys and just bring. I don't know what is going on with our leaders. Listen to me. I'm not saying they should remove everyone and put every young person there, because it will be a mess. Number one, because young people will be experiencing money, blue lights, and then it will get into your heads. The next thing, they are doing all plastic things. They can still keep some guys there. You know, you've got people like Mohupa, you've got people like, you know, who else? Who is like Mohupa, Lamula, Mr. Lamula, you know. You've got people there that can guide, that can actually guide and stuff. And you can also have people that are older than people like Mohupa and everything, and have them there just to guide, and you tell your young people, you are here to be trained, you are here to be ushered into the future, guys, because you are the one who are going to take the future. Then you usher them in guidance. And you don't become like a person who wants to make a person to feel bad. Like, you don't guide them in a way that it's going to make them, you know, be positive leaders. You guide them in with a I don't know, because you are jealous, and then you just I don't know how to put it, but like, guide them so that you can, you know, you get my point. That's how I believe generations have to be. Okay. Old generation is still there. Young ones are coming. The old ones, they have to train the young ones. The old ones, when the time comes for them to retire, they retire, go back and push the ones that were behind, because the old ones were there. You push those young ones to go up front, and then you help them from the background. Simple as that. Okay? You remember, maybe if you are a Bible person, right? Is it Moses or what? You remember? There was a time when Moses was praying there, and then there was a guy who were young, who were lifting their hands. When their hands will go down, they will lose the battle. When it goes up, and then they will win, right? And then there was a time when actually Moses, they had to allow the other guys to take over, just like that, okay? It is just like that, guys, whether we like it or not. And if we are going to miss this thing, the generations are going to be mixed up. It is just like this thing of problems or issues that we face. The generation of the 80s, the issues of the generation of the issues, they are still here even today in 2025. They are not fixed. They are not dealt with. We who are here today, who are from the 80s, we are dealing with problems that those ones that were before, they should have dealt with it. They didn't deal with it. Right? then we are dealing with them and also our issues. Then it becomes a pile. That is why the generation that is coming, I'm at 2000, when we are, since we are not dealing with problems now, it will catch up with them. They will be dealing with their issues. They will be dealing with our issues, which we should have resolved. Just imagine if the generation of the June 16 generation, they left that thing of education. Do you think now we will be dealing with it right now? We will be fighting in the streets, but they dealt with it. And then they said we dealt with the problem. Now you are enjoying education. Now we should be dealing with our issues today, so that the generation that is coming, at least they can not even start in a clean slate. But obviously it will make issues to be a bit fewer than what is happening right now. We are dealing with things that we shouldn't be dealing with. I'm just saying. Anyway, it's fine.
Position. So yeah, so that's my take for now, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you enjoy King Said So, you enjoy the podcast.
Thank you, Mr. King Said So. Ladies and gentlemen, you can tell me also what do you think. You can go and watch his channel. Obviously, his channel is we all know his channel. There is no one who doesn't know Mr. King Said So. There it is, guys. Okay, you can go and subscribe over there. Doing well, the guy, doing content, blah, 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 that. I decided to just react to this video because Mr. Malatji has been on TVs and I want to hear other people what they say based on what he actually sometimes say on TV or on screen. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. You have a fantastic day, and please do me a favor and just like the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new for more content. And you guys, you can like, I don't know what is happening with my like button. I need to check that like button, because that like button, I don't know what is happening with it. I'm gonna check it out. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much, guys. We are done and we are out. Sharp.